Yo, welcome to Blackopolypse, man. We are the Horsemen of Blackopolypse. Well, we're not the Horsemen of Blackopolypse anymore. We are now Blackopolypse Podcast Media. Like this. We're listening to Real Local Talk with your boy, Alstallio. Tonight, my special guest is Keith. Keith from Keith, you from Massachusetts?
That's right, I'm from Massachusetts, bro.
Yo, he's from Boston, Massachusetts, man. Yo. And I got, of course, my regulars. I got Nigel and Erica, and Simon will be here in a bit, man. Anyway, yo, Keith, what's going on, man? This is, by the way, everyone, this is Keith, Twin Catering Maestro. He's a chef. Keith, you ever thought about going on MasterChef? Have you ever been on there yet?
Well, I tried. I just, I'm not allowed to because I'm a professional chef. So if you're a professional chef, you're not allowed to participate.
That's not fair. Couldn't you lie to them and say,
I'll kick his ass. Yeah. You ain't got nothing on me, brother.
You could just be like, I've never cooked before in my life. like for me, for example, I'm quite a good cook, innit? Like just from nature, you know, I'm Jamaican, so Jamaican people always learn to cook jerk chicken and that. You have to, so I can do that anyway. So I could cook Gordon Ramsay under the table, man. I can guarantee you.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. It's not
the thing is though, with Jamaicans, the way Jamaicans cook, they don't do the measuring thing. It's like, yeah, man, I put some of this in, I got to put some of that in, and it still tastes crisp. I watched my mum do it the other day. She did a pot of curry goat, and I'm trying to watch what she's doing because there's a secret ingredient that she hasn't revealed to me yet. Just, well, seriously, you know when you have your mum's food and you eat it, there's like that certain taste, and you think, why? That's
it's
like heaven. Mate. I can't replicate it. And whatever she was doing with her hands, man, it was that quick I couldn't even follow. So something went in there that I didn't see. If tonight she won't say, she said, oh yeah, man, pimento, and some pepper, and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You're not giving me the secret.
You know, Jamaican food, though, I think their secret ingredient is tomato sauce and vinegar, man.
Nah, man, what kind of Jamaican food's that?
Yo, that's their barbecue sauce, man.
Nah, man, no.
Yo, Keith, don't laugh at me.
Where you been?
Tomato what? Soup?
Tomato sauce and vinegar.
Man, you're talking about prawn cocktail, ain't you?
Trust me, I know, man. I was with some Jamaicans and they were like, yo, you just put a bit of tomato sauce and some vinegar in there. And I was like,
there weren't Jamaicans who was living in Germany for 30 years, were they? You
know what? Look,
I don't know Jamaicans start with tomato sauce.
I task you guys now. Even Keith, I know Keith's the professional.
Tabasco sauce, maybe, but not tomato sauce.
Keith, next time you cook yourself, you put some tomato sauce, vinegar in there, and trust me.
What you saying? Keith, man, put him right, man. Put him right.
Yeah, get the professional.
Yeah. Tomato sauce and the sugar, balancing out all the salt. You need the vinegar for your acid. And then you got the curry, which is bitter. You got to balance it all together. So tomatoes is 100% goes inside of a curry sauce.
Okay.
White nose,
Yeah, my mum don't use no tomato sauce in my curry. So
it's not, it's not for Brighton. You can just do it. You know what I mean? It's not gospel.
I use tomato sauce for chips, mate.
Nah, but you can just blend it, man. You can blend it. Trust me. But a lot of people don't. Wow, Jamaicans know it. Well, obviously,
Keith's cooking for us, man. He's cooking for us, I hope he's sending that food over by email, my friend.
Anyway, welcome, Simon, man. Thanks for joining us. You're about 2 minutes.
Si.
All right, so it's saying, Nigel, how is everyone doing? You're right there, Keith.
What is that, Keith?
That's curry chicken, baby.
Yo, curry chicken.
Man, how can you do that to us, man?
100%.
I've been living in Germany for too long with a European wife, and I haven't had no decent food for a long time. Trust me, apart from when I cook myself. But I can't miss my mom's cooking, especially because of Corona, innit?
Wife, this guy's harsh on the wife, man.
Yeah, I know.
My wife's good people's, man.
Some nice traditional somethings, German things.
What, sausages and potatoes with no salt? Nah. All things square. Anyway, going back to Keith. Keith's obviously I met Keith in Germany. He used to live here, but now he's left.
Yes.
Was that your own choice to leave, or did you just, because Germany sucks?
No, I got myself in a little trouble, so I had to get out of there.
He's having trouble in Germany, man. How do you do that?
I'd rather not speak.
No, you have to speak. No. I mean, I don't want you to reveal anything, but I was just saying, like, how do you get yourself into trouble in Germany when basically you do everything in Germany and get away with it most times?
I know, the party scene is crazy over there. High Org and Fresh University.
Yeah.
All the artists over from Germany, from America to Germany.
Yeah.
From the artists, and the drug scene gets a little crazy.
Yeah. Sure.
I caught with a lot of stuff, and instead of going to jail, I just took off, man. They couldn't hold me.
He did the right thing, man. He did the right thing. It's the same thing I would do, to be fair. I'll be getting off, man.
Had to get the hell out of there. Yeah.
But because you're obviously ex-military too. How long did you serve?
I served 5 years, U.S. Army.
And then you obviously got you was sent to Germany, and that's where you basically set up, innit?
That's right. Yeah.
So the reason why I got you on today, innit, because I wanted to talk about, because you wrote a post which was really interesting, but I don't know if you deleted it or Facebook deleted it. He was talking about gangs in the army. Now I've heard a few whispers that there is gangs in the army, but you wrote something and you went into detail, man. I was like, yo, I want to read this, and it was gone. I was like, nah, man. So, dude.
Yeah, so it 100% got gangs in the military. You got a lot of white, black, Spanish guys who leave for a certain reason. They leave the United States for a certain reason, either go to jail or get out of their situation. So they join the military trying to become a man, right? So once you get to the military, it's a huge melting pot.
Yeah.
So everyone from all 50 states. So you got the Bloods, you got the Crips, you got the Latin Kings, you got every single gang under the belt together. And it's hard, what they say, you could take someone out the hood, but can't take the hood out of someone. and that's what it's all about. So you get to the military, you're trying to become a man, you're trying to forget your old ways, but you meet up with all these cool people that you never left Massachusetts. And try so I met people from Georgia, California, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Crip. Yo, man, so what they do over there? So so the military, definitely has a lot of gangs. And the biggest gang, what I would say, is the Masons. The Masons are and they run the military. Almost 60% military is Mason.
Okay.
That's where the whole system is set up around them, to where they get the rank, they get all the benefits, they get their choice of posts, whatever they want to do.
Okay. Yeah, man, because I met a lot of Masons actually over here, and I was like, "You're Mason?" Because I went into conspiracy deep. I actually bought masonry books, Freemasons and stuff, and I started seeing all the symbolism, like their rings that they have. And I remember, like, when I was working on post, I'd see people driving in, and I'd look at them, like, "Yo, he's got a G on his ring, man. What is that? He's a Mason?" And then I met a guy who's actually quite a high up Mason, and he was all telling me, "Yeah, man, we're all Masons. Man, Masons is good. You should join." I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna scratch that, man. That's against my principles, man. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah, the military. I got a little trouble with gang violence. There was a huge fight in a club in Germany, and instead of just dissecting the situation down to individuals, they grouped together like we were in the United States, pretty much saying all these black kids from this post are this gang. And all these, and it just carried on. It just followed us. So there's no way to really rehabilitate yourself if the system followed you into the place that you're trying to escape to. So it's definitely a problem. Yeah.
That must be hard, because obviously when you join the military, I suppose your assumption and perception is that you're all going to become this kind of brotherhood. And training and adversity. You'll all be kind of, yeah, man, these guys are my guys. I mean, would that kind of play out? I mean, did you see any conflict? Did you have to go to anywhere where there's any conflict where that kind of got in the way of people kind of doing what they should have been doing to protect everybody? Was there any,
like in Iraq? Was you in Iraq or Iraq?
I don't think, no. When it comes down to a situation like that, is everyone has fear overtakes your ego.
Okay.
So when you're afraid, you stick with each other, no matter what color or where you're from.
Yeah.
Okay. we all make it home. But as far as individual, like in Germany, you leave the United States and you go to the military, Korea, Germany, wherever you go, you can recreate yourself. You know, sort of tend to bind with people that are like you. You know, so you get into these little groups. You don't consider yourself a gang, but in the other men, in another man's eye, you are a gang member. You know, you're running around in the clubs, you're smoking weed in the barracks, you know, got the hooking up your cars like if you were on the street back here, and they just consider you individual that is a little bit wild and untamable, and that categorizes you almost as like a gangster, you know, and that's the problem. That never escapes you, you know, and that's most predominantly for the black men in the military.
Yeah. Because
Mm.
obviously we've got this issue at the moment with, like, obviously Black Lives Matter and all these police brutality killings and stuff. You know what I mean? I was thinking, obviously there must be some sort of racism in the military too. Like in England too, Simon can attest to that. There's a lot of racism in the British military too. So I guess you guys have to face the Aryan Brotherhood and everything else in the military as well.
Correct. Just like in jail.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just jail with weapons.
If you look in the history of the military, there's not a lot of black individuals in high positions, as far as colonels, lieutenants, generals. Really, there's not a lot. You know, the predominant black men or women in the military are staff sergeants, E8s. You might make your 9, but other than that, you're not going to get it. You know, it takes longer for us to get ranked than a white individual who just got on post. You know, in 2 years they get their sergeant, but in 2 years we might become a private first class.
Yeah,
it's really some racism. It's a system that's the problem.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of when you left the army, I know it was by means outside your control kind of thing. But what was your rank when you actually left the army after 5 years?
Well, I sort of felt free, but at the same time, I stayed in Germany at that time, and I never went back to the United States to sort of, to process everything that happened. You know, so I stayed in Germany, which had its own systematic problems against Black people and minorities. So I really didn't have a chance to adjust. I went in from one horrible situation into another situation I didn't even understand yet. Yeah. So I learned the German language, and I found out, you know, they don't even want you to speak their language. You know, so it's sort of, I didn't really have time to really process everything getting out of the military.
Okay, what was your rank when you left the army?
Specialist.
Yeah, okay, I'll get you. So, what was your speciality? What did you do?
Yeah, in the military.
Chef, you was a chef?
That's right.
Oh, man. We love the chefs in the military, man. They keep us going, man. That's the one actual surprising thing about when I was in the army, when they actually allowed me to eat my food. But the problem was, I try and sit down and was like, right, get out on the drill square. And then you're out on the drill square and you're doing some bullshit, man.
Right.
Yeah, I like to play games.
Get 2 minutes to inhale your food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better smell it because you ain't gonna sure as hell ain't gonna taste it.
So Keith, you touched on that Germany was like a different experience. I mean, which part of Germany was you in?
So I lived in Mainz, Wiesbaden area.
Okay.
Around the capital, about 30 minutes from the capital. You know, it was really multicultural, a lot of Turkish, a lot of Italian, Russian, but Blacks were minimal. You know, about, ones that lived there, we all stuck together.
Yeah.
When I was in Wiesbaden, I'd see another black guy and I'd be like, hey man, every time, man, you always have the nod, you know, like the confirmation, like, I know, man, I'm black too. You know,
Kinship.
I tell you, it was weird for us to meet Wayne because Wayne was the only English guy I ever met that was black. I never even knew there was black people in England.
Look at that.
There's a whole heap of black people in England, you know, brother. A whole heap.
We're so sheltered there that we don't even understand that. We didn't even understand that part, you know.
Well, I was working with a girl for a rather large company who were based in Dubai, and she was from America. And she'd only ever seen one black person in real life in all the time that she was growing up in America. And she actually ended up marrying an African guy. I mean, you know, once she went black, she was like, "Oh my god."
You know
But when she come to England, she was like, "Oh my god, look at all these black people." She just hadn't seen black people, and I thought, hold on a minute, America. Surely you're not that big that you can't drive 10, 20 miles and see another.
Nah, it's states, innit? You have to go to different states.
Different states.
Some states are just pure white in America.
Wow.
You know, and then you got some states where it's very multicultural. Like if you go to New York, California, Atlanta. Well, not even all Atlanta. Atlanta, I heard that Georgia is quite black, and then when you go out of Georgia, it's like white.
You know what happened? I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, but you know, there's always been a lot of black people in the South, even during the worst of times, because there was a choice for a lot of people or no choice for somewhere. They either tried to stay in the South and pick cotton and do those jobs even after slavery, or go to the North and look for different jobs in the North where they were doing all kinds of things, cooks, labourers, you know, au pairs, all these different things that were happening. So people chose to either stay in the South or go north, but there's always been predominantly a big black community in the South. So in all of those places, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, all these places, there's always been, and Florida, there's always been a huge black contingent there.
That's true. That is 100% true. You know, I say the way that America's set up is, you know, you put a dot on a piece of paper, and around that dot draw a huge circle. That's how every state is set up. So all the minority blacks are on that dot, and then the whole circumference filled with white people. So it's a control process. So they always have the control. You know, cities, a lot of black people in the cities, but in the suburbs, man, it looked like a white piece of paper, brother.
Wow. Wow.
So it's interesting because last night I was watching a documentary on UK TV, on BBC, and it was actually talking about black people being in the countryside, and it was saying like the countryside is actually so therapeutic for you and to be in touch with nature. It was actually we was preconditioned. So the lady was saying that when she came here from, I think it was Jamaica or Grenada or somewhere, she says they knew that only really white people lived in the countryside, and they were hostile. And it wasn't just the fact that they were hostile, that environment quickly, like black people quickly realized they wasn't welcome there. So they passed that on to their children. And then 2 generations, when you become detached from nature and you're not used to being in the countryside, you know, I know many black people from the city who never ever go out into nature, literally never go out into nature. There is a huge detachment between black people and nature in the UK, because we just know to stay away from the countryside, because, you know, literally historically we knew that we wasn't welcome there, so we just stayed in urban areas and stayed together. It's an interesting thing, but it's very sad, because if I think about what nature means to me and how I feel literally being replenished when I'm out in nature, it's crazy that so many people who have got built on, and this is talking about, obviously black people have faced a lot of systemic injustices and, you know, problems at home. So to be out in nature, to be able to sort of meditate, to be able to just take yourself away from it and breathe that country air in, I think it'd actually be really important and helpful to a lot of black people.
I believe so as well.
Anyway, so Keith, anyway, so you're a chef. Well, I want to change the topic a little bit. You're a chef. How's it going for you at the moment? Because obviously, are you still shut down there in Boston?
That's right. Yeah, we're still shut down. We can't open for a while. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, actually, the thing is, there's brighter days ahead, because in Germany we've been open for like maybe 2 months now, and you know the restaurants back open as normal, and things are, you know, anyway, because you got family here, haven't you? Still in Germany.
That's right. Yeah. So
you know, everyone's gone kind of crazy, man. You know, it's like we're expecting the second wave to like just take us all out. Yeah, man. So just sit tight. You're gonna. I think England's just opening up now as well, isn't it? England.
Just about. No leisure centres.
Independence Day.
Have you been given an estimated date of when you can maybe look to get back to business, Keith?
So we're opening catering I do catering. So we're opening up in stage 4. And stage 4 is when they find the vaccine, when the vaccine works and the vaccine's in the public. So
wait there.
Government's taking it serious then.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
Stage 4.
Stage 4. So as far as America right now, we have we have the restaurants who are they open up outside. They have to build a barrier outside, set up tables 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
And they can serve with mask on, sanitizer after every single last touch. What else? They opened up the malls. They opened up the movie theaters. But here in Massachusetts, I got to say I'm really proud of my city in Boston, because the rest of the states are opened up doing full business. But Massachusetts, we're saying, nope, we're not ready. You know, we're not going to open up until we're 100%. Right now, I believe we have, in the past 2 weeks, only 30 people who passed away from coronavirus and only 100 and something cases. And that's huge, because we have a governor, a mayor